Hello students, today we are going to learn the usage of simple present tense and present continuous tense. So, we use simple present tense to describe things that are always true or situations that exist now and as far as we know will go on indefinitely. For instance, it takes me 5 minutes to get to school. Trees grow more quickly in summer than in winter. Liz plays the violin brilliantly. So, these are few examples of simple present tense, and if I have to add on few more examples in this category. So, I will add it takes me 15 minutes to get to school, that is my routine. Then trees grow more quickly in summer than in winter. Uh, days are longer in summer and shorter in winter. So, this thing we can add in the example of this category. Liz plays the violin brilliantly. Uh, Manisha speaks English brilliantly. So, here I have given another examples to give you more clear picture of how we use this tense, right. So, we can add on to our list more examples of these sentences, and that is the drill which you can follow at home by making more number of sentences in this category only. And now, let us see category B. In category B, to talk about particular actions or events that have begun but have not ended at the time of speaking, we use present continuous tense. So, here the car is not starting again. So, this action started in the past, but still it is not complete. So, here we use present continuous tense. The construction is going on in our new branch. Construction is going on. So, this is present continuous tense. Although the construction started in the past, but it is still going on, it is not complete yet. So, I am using the construction is going on in our new branch. We are looking forward to new admissions in that branch. Okay, who are you phoning or who are you calling? I am trying to get through to Joanna. Here the speaker is asking question, who are you phoning, who are you calling, whom are you talking to, where are you going, why are you sitting, right. So, here are few questions which we can frame with different situations. So, here I am trying to get through Joanna. So, the speaker is replying that he or she is trying to reach Joanna or call Joanna. So, the shop is so inefficient that many customers are taking their business elsewhere. These days lockdown is going on and people are locking their business because of shortage of fund, or people are leaving business because of shortage of fund. So, we can add on more examples in this category. We often use time expressions such as at the moment, at present, currently, just and still to emphasize that the action or event is happening now. Like, have you done the shopping? I am just going. Notice that the action or event may not be going on at the time of speaking. The police are talking to a number of people about the robbery. So, this is the another example. The police are talking to a number of people about the robbery. The police are taking good care of people these days during lockdown. People are hitting people who are breaking lockdown rules. So here we can add on more and more examples in the same category. Have you done the shopping? Have you completed the chopping? Have you done the painting? So these are few examples which we can add on in this. I'm just doing, I'm just going, I am just ignoring. So these are the things which you can add in this category. These are few sentences which you can add in this category. And let's talk about this C category now. We use the present simple to talk about habits or things that happen on a regular basis. So things which we do regularly or on regular basis, then we use simple present tense, like I leave work at 5:30 most days. For me, like I leave work at 2:30 most days. Each July we go to Turkey for a holiday. Each summer vacation we go to some holiday destination. So this is the thing which I am adding in my habits or in my regular routine here. So I am talking about my habit. So I am adding few sentences or few examples which you can easily connect. All right. So I'll be adding more. So I like to interact with people. I am a polite person. I like to experiment new things. Regularly, I do sciatica exercise. So these things I am talking about my own habits. So these are the examples which I am highlighting about my own habits. I do part regularly. I try to do 16 rounds of mala daily. Um, so these are the examples of my habits. So let's find out now in present continuous category. However, when we describe repeated actions or events that are happening at or around the time of speaking, we use the present continuous. So this is the thing which we did yesterday. This drill we did yesterday, if you remember, that I was walking and I was trying to tell you what all things are going on in our surrounding. Like, why are you jumping up and down? I am hearing a lot of good reports about your work these days. Lots of people are walking on their terrace. Some children are playing cricket on terrace. Two old people are doing part together. A person on a bike is roaming around. There is an ambulance which is going to pick a patient. Three people are sitting outside the Medicheck hospital and they are waiting for the doctor. Then I mentioned about my own husband, he was just relaxing. So Vijay is relaxing on folding. Some people are doing video call and some are doing voice call to their loved ones, because we all are in a lockdown and we cannot go out. So people are trying to connect with their loved ones with the help of calls. So these are few examples which you can easily connect, even because these examples I taught you yesterday, or rather I gave you yesterday. Let's continue. We use the present continuous to imply that a situation is or more or maybe temporary. Compare like banks lend money to make profit. So, this is what usually happens, right. So, here we are using simple present tense, that is the regular routine that or regular you can say work of bank, like banks lend money to make a profit, banks open at 9 a.m. and closes by 7 p.m. Now, if we have to talk about these days activities, like banks are lending more money to encourage businesses to expand. So, implies a temporary arrangement. This is not permanent arrangement, this is temporary arrangement. So, banks are opening for 3 hours these days. They are allowing only 10 people at a time. Lots of precautions are being taken by the bank authorities to maintain the safety of the customers. Bank employees are following social distancing. So, here I am adding few examples which are temporary arrangement these days. People are wearing masks and gloves when they are going outside. They are regularly washing their hands. uh, People are maintaining social distance. So, here are few examples which I am connecting to these days precautions which people are taking, and these days precautions are temporary arrangement, these are not regular arrangement. She teaches maths in a school in Bonn, a permanent arrangement. So, this is something like she is permanently placed in that particular school and her subject is maths. So, here this sentence they have used. So, she teaches maths in a school in Bonn. Like I teach English in Sri Ram Model School. I am HOD in Sri Ram Model School. I am taking care, I take care of I take care of 3 branches academics. She is teaching maths in a school in Bonn, implies that this is not or may not be permanent. So, I am taking online classes these days of my class 12th students. So, this is temporary arrangement, because all the time I am not going to take their online classes because we are in lockdown, and I am taking online classes these days. So, I am adding these sentences to give you more connectivity with the tense. So, I am taking online classes these days. I am doing all household chores because of no help. I am cooking, washing, cleaning, teaching and taking care of my family these days. So, this is my regular routine these days. I am taking care of all my responsibilities. It is becoming hectic for me. So, this is the thing how we can keep on expanding things, and I want you to make such sentences so that you can easily connect and understand the difference between simple present tense and present continuous tense in your context first. Alright, and then same thing we are going to do with other people context also, but our first week or 10 days drill would be that we are going to practice on ourselves and try to make more sentences in connectivity with our life and also our nearby people's life. Like you can talk about your sister, you can talk about your mother, you can talk about your colleagues or your staff. So, you can try to make sentences in connectivity with both these tenses in your notebook, so that we can discuss these sentences and rectify your mistakes. So, let us move on to E category now. We often use the present simple with verbs that perform the action they describe. I admit I can't see as well as I used to. It is an admission. So, I am admitting, I admit I can't see as well as I used to. So, the speaker is saying that like she is admitting this, that she cannot see. So, this is something then I refuse to believe that he didn't. So, this category we are going to discuss later on, because it is a difficult part for us to discuss at this stage. So, I will just switch on to more simple sentences now, like here present continuous, like I am doing. Anne is in the car, in her car, and she is on her way to work. She is driving to work. So, at the time of speaking, what Anne is doing, she is driving to work. She is driving to work. She is following traffic rules. She is wearing a beautiful dress. She is holding a steering. She is driving carefully. So, these are few examples which I am adding, so that you get more clear picture. So, I am adding to this, although I do not know what exactly Anne is doing, but I am trying to make more present continuous sentences, and I want you to connect more and try to make more such sentences in this context, right. So, we can imagine lots of things and we can make sentences, like here I can even talk about some fictitious things, like Anne is thinking about her daughter. Her daughter is having fever. She is taking care of her at home, but at this moment she is driving to her work because it is important. So, this way we can go on and on and on, like I am doing something, I am in the middle of doing something, I have started doing it and I haven't finished yet. So, here we use present continuous tense, like often the action is happening at the time of speaking. Again, our yesterday's discussion was this, at the time of speaking. Please don't make so much noise, I am working. Where's Margaret? She is having a bath. Let's go out now. It isn't raining anymore. Where is Didi? She is sitting with mom. Where is Bindu? She is cooking in the kitchen. Where is Tina? She is cleaning the bathroom. Okay. Where is Tanu? She is taking care of Tejas and helping him in his studies. I am tired. I am going to bed now. Good night. I am taking rest. Yesterday AC was not working. So, at this moment I am trying to sleep for half an hour and take rest, and then I am going to listen to your video and practice present continuous sentences. But the action is not necessarily happening at the time of speaking. For example, Tom and Anne are talking in a cafe. Tom says, I am reading an interesting book at the moment. I'll lend it to you when I have finished it. So, at that moment he is not reading, but these days he is he is reading. Like you can add this in your context. I am reading an Osho book which my sister has given to me. I am trying to learn usage of tenses by reading this book. Uh, it will give me a clear picture of its practical utility. Tom is not reading the book at the time of speaking. He means that he has started it but not finished it yet, and he is in the middle of reading it. I am learning English these days, and I am trying to speak more grammatically correct sentences. I am going to do written practice later on. Uh, so, these are few things which you can add, and some more examples like Catherine wants to work in Italy, so she is learning Italian. Here Dishti is learning German these days. Madhav is taking online classes. Some friends of mine are building their own house. They hope it will be finished before next summer. So, Sumer is painting our new branch walls. Satish is constructing the backyard or the building or washroom of our new building, whatever, right. So, you are working hard today. Here you can add yourself, like Preeti Didi is working hard these days. She is trying to learn tenses. Is Susan working this week? Yes, she is working. No, she is on holiday. So, these are the replies in general. So, we use the present continuous when we talk about changes happening around now. The population of the world is rising very fast. Lots of people are dying because of coronavirus. Economy is getting affected due to lockdown. Trump is making lots of sorry, I'll repeat. Trump is researching on medicines. He is instructing his medical team to find the vaccine as soon as possible. He is blaming China for this whole COVID-19 virus. He also warned WHO. I am using warned because he already did this thing, but I will rectify this sentence and try to make in continuous form. Trump is blaming WHO for informing late people about this pandemic, and the whole world is applauding India's way of fighting COVID-19. They are trying to follow our footsteps and chanting mantras like Mahamrityunjay Jap or Hare Krishna Jap or Vaheguru Simran to fight this anxiety and stress. So, these are few examples which you can add in this category.